Welcome. First thing, we had someone pull out of the celebration regarding entertainment, so we had some an open hour. And after going back and forth, we came across this woman who wanted to do a Zumba at the festival, at the birthday bash on September 17th. And she wanted to do 45 minutes for $75. Everyone that spoken to her about, she's very high energy. She has a following. It will be good to get everybody started. So I make a motion to accept Gabby Herrera. Gabby Herrera to do Zumba on Saturday the 17th, 45 minutes for $75.
Second. Is there a need to do Zumba class celebration?
We have an open hour. So just somebody couldn't make it. Just something to keep, the festival going.
Yeah, I think she's actually done some stuff with at the community center.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
Mr. Coyne?
Yes.
Mr. Valentine?
Yes.
Mr. Meyer?
No.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Supervisor Serrano?
Yes. Last week we had that individual who's concerned about buying that property. I did some research over the last week in regards to this, and I had an assessor. Please step in, please. In regards to this paper road, I want to explain how this works if we even want to sell it.
Basically, that road, this road, if we want to, we can notify all 4 property owners and see if they're interested in purchasing each section, equal sections. If not, they can say to us in writing that they're not interested and sign off, and then you can offer it to whomever is interested, and we can do evaluation to see what they're worth, the pieces are worth, or the whole parcel is worth, because it is a buildable lot. It's 50 by 240. So you put a deed restriction in there if you don't want it to be built upon, if the town is interested in doing it that way.
To add to that, before it goes from their property line to the middle of the paper road. Everyone has to be notified.
Does it block or impede anyone's access in and out of that area?
I believe it does not.
Currently, people are parking their cars on that.
So what happens?
Right, and that's the issue.
That's
With this space here.
That's the piece in question. So
according to
if
the county, technically they can do it. But that area, even though it's right away, their property. That's the first thing that's what the pictures. People are parking their vehicles on town property.
each section.
Really not
Each
kind of
person, so 25
extension
for
of their
one,
property with the right of way.
120 to this person.
Why would they have to buy it?
They're not interested.
He wants to buy the whole thing.
No, why would they have to buy it if it's an extension of their property? I believe the town owns it, isn't it?
The town.
It's a separate section block and lot, so the town
There's no
owns it.
section block and lot,
But it's a
it's a
separate
paper
one.
road.
It's a road. It's technically a paper road.
No, that's the
People
person that
people
wants
can't
to
park
buy
on
it.
it because it's their access.
That's
It's the right of
the-
access.
Yes.
It's considered right of access.
Even though they're
Or
not
road
using it.
frontage.
Right,
Right.
even though they're not
Using it, right? It'd be like parking your car on the front of your property on the road.
Pretty much.
Right.
So
But this is the same thing I brought up last time, because of the lots in that area, 50 by 100 is a buildable lot. This is double that, and it's got frontage on 2 roads, but not.
Yes,
So wouldn't it be 2 buildable lots?
Two buildable, one
It
on
would be
each
2
side.
buildable lots, not one. And a buildable lot's every bit of $30,000.
So if you see lot 12 and lot 11,
60 grand.
if you see lot 12 and lot 11, this would be the same size as those basically. So it could be 1 lot or 2. I mean, if you're gonna buy it, you make 2 lots. And
There could be 2 lots and
Subdivide it, sell it for 2.
But if that's the case, then it becomes rateable for the town.
What does the guy want to do with the property? Do you know?
He just said he wants to maintain it in his letter. I mean, did you have further conversation with him?
I have not. I want to
Change his mind tomorrow.
Right, I mean, if he bought the whole thing, he could make 2
Unless,
buildable lots. and
unless
sell
you
it.
put a D restriction on it.
Correct.
And it has to be offered to.
Right. So what Lisa was saying, you would have to divide the 50 by 240 by 4 and offer each one.
To be buying
And
25
then they
by
would have
100.
to sign off
100
that
feet.
if they're
If
interested,
they,
not
if
interested,
they decline.
correct.
But could we cut it in 2 and go 50 by 120 and just make 2 buildable lots?
And 25 by.
No.
No,
It
it'd
would
be
be
50
fif-
on
no,
each side.
it'd be 50.
Oh,
it's
you
a
say
50
divided
foot
by 2.
frontage.
Yeah.
Okay.
By
Yeah.
100.
And sell 2
25.
buildable lots. Do we have to do that rather than having to go cut it into 4 and offer 4 different people?
You have to.
Well, it's
Or
technically
not.
not, it's technically not a lot,
not
so
a
you'd
lot.
have to create a lot.
That's what I'm
That's
asking.
we're
Can
gonna
I do
You
that?
have-
Is
You
what I'm
first have
asking.
to
That's
create
right.
the lot, and then once we create the
Right.
lot, then we would have to offer each.
Well, it would be a subdivision to create the lot.
Right.
Minor lot line change and, it goes before the planning board, the town owns it. It would end up then being 2 buildable lots that could, like I said last time, could be sold for a lot more than the 7,000 or 8,000 we sold these other roads to
Right.
people
So-
before, because they weren't big enough to be
Right.
lots. They were like 25 feet by 70 feet or something. They were little pieces. Remember, we did this with the one, at the end of Rhode
Washington
Island.
Heights.
Yeah.
Right, so that's my question, right? We do the subdivision and whatnot, make it 2 lots. Do
Yeah.
we then have to offer it to the 4 neighbors? Is my.
No, at
No.
that point in time, because then
Put it
they're
on the
lots.
market,
Yes.
right, for sale.
Then once they're
That's what I
lots,
would
we
like
can
to
do it, we can do what we want.
Right.
The question is, we gotta go through
The
process
advantage
of-
here.
Yeah, it's,
The opportunity and the advantage here is that you're offering, if you split it and create the lots and create 2 lots, you're making it a portable lot, a buildable lot in comparison to what's there to someone that may not have a ton of money, but can afford this size lot. This
At
size
that
house.
point, he could buy it.
Anybody could buy it.
He could buy it.
For sale
either of the 2 lots.
or both.
Right.
So that's
So
what we want to do. We
that's
don't want to
what-
sell it.
The question is the neighbors around there, are they gonna want lots being built next to them? That's the question too.
It fits the character of the neighborhood.
Well, unless,
It does,
You gotta
right?
go to the neighbors though. I mean, I don't think that any of those people are around there are gonna want, somebody building a house right on top of it.
it already is.
I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. There'll be another house right on top of it.
Yeah.
I don't think. they
Or
would
2 other
notice.
houses right on top.
The only people that would notice would be the one right there to the
Well, there-
adjacent to them.
4 houses.
I believe what would happen, we would create the lots. This gentleman will buy that lot.
Okay,
I think that's what would happen,
you can do that.
unless he's expecting us to sell him
But
the
to,
road
Well,
right,
for.
but to Neil's
unless he was
point-
trying to keep it, he doesn't want to build on it. He just wants to keep it so that it doesn't get built
Well,
on.
we can speculate all day. The only way you're going to control that is by selling it with deed restrictions,
Well,
which the town is entitled to do.
The other option is to make it a
Not gonna
buildable.
get 30 grand. That's the
Make-
thing.
listen,
That's-
make it a
that's-
buildable.
And that's fine.
Right. You can do what other people have done. You make it a buildable lot, you offer it for sale. If the 2 people on either side want to buy it, they can split it and then they can subdivide it back down the middle and add it to their property. So it's 15 grand each instead of a $30,000 lot. You know what I'm saying?
Is that
But
what
yet
we-
the town gets.
I
30
think
grand for
you have to have a
the county.
conversation with this guy first,
What?
right? And
One
find out
buildable
what he
lot.
actually wants to do with it.
Well, why would you? It's double
Before
the
we start
depth.
deciding.
Just to make it nice. so that
About
when we
him
build a
having
house in the
neighbors that
middle,
he
you would
doesn't
have a
want.
nice front yard, a nice backyard.
But you fit the character of the neighborhood by doing 2. There'd be no
It's-
difference.
Yeah, everything is.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be different and you build one house and you may have a nice
Well,
front and backyard.
I would say once you're creating a lot, I would put a line down the middle and if somebody wanted to buy them both, put a house in the middle, so be it, but if you're looking at least $30,000 for water and sewer and a buildable lot, which I think is conservative in today's market, am I correct there? You know, I've seen some in Middletown on Watkins Avenue sell for like 45 and 48,000, and they were smaller than that. They were like 99 feet and, you know, whatever. So, you know, if you could get 60 to 80 grand for the piece, we should get 60 to 80 grand for the piece.
And that's what's best for the town. So plus ratables moving forward. Subdivide it into 2 lots, 2 equal, you know, 50 by 120 lots. And sell 2 lots. Okay.
That's what we'll do. You're gonna have a lot of angry neighbors if you don't talk to them first.
We'll have a conversation.
What if a builder owned it? And he came
It's a
in.
paper road, the builder doesn't
No,
own it, that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying
It's
is, what's
our
best for the
decision.
town?
This is our decision.
Right.
So the question is
What's best for the town? A builder's gonna do what's best for the builder.
right.
The town's gonna do what's
But
best for the town.
our job isn't to do what's best for the builder. The job
We're
is to
doing
do
what's best for the town.
and our neighbors. And these are our neighbors. And you know, if they don't want something next to them, we should have that discussion with them.
Nobody wants something next to them. Nobody,
But,
you know?
but you're talking about poor people. And the way I would approach it is these are the options. Someone can buy it and do whatever they want. But, you know, wouldn't you rather have a home there instead of an open lot where someone can go and do whatever, you know? The
At the end of
options
the
are.
day, if we subdivide, I believe it was purchased by this. When I think it's best, we'll subdivide it. When you go speak, I'll call them up. I'll call the property owner. Tell them what we intend to do. This is a paper road. If him and his, like he said, if him and his neighbor want to buy it and they want to extend their property, that will eliminate one of the issues.
Well, that's the other option. Yeah.
The town gets,
The
Right,
town-
as long as-
coming to it.
As long as the
And
money
they get
due
what they want.
is the value of the property, doesn't matter how it happens.
Right. At the end of the day, let me speak to him and we'll look at subdividing it. I think we should speak to the people involved and tell them.
All the neighbors probably.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
The government creating lots out of it. So we need to know about it.
Yeah. So I will make those comments.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Make sure Izzy's doing her homework.
One guy's not a chance to see the warrants today. Most of them are utilities that we got to pay these bills. I make a motion to approve the warrants.
Second.
Mr. Coyne,
Yes.
Mr. Valentin,
Yes.
Mr. Meyer,
I understand.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Supervisor Serrano.
Yes. Just so everyone knew, our controller started yesterday. She's still here.
She clocked out as I was walking.
Okay. And she's full stream ahead. So I just want to share that. She's really excited about doing the job and